Man calmly humbles arrogant woman and leaves her speechless. I know you like this. You do like it. Wait, I don't even hear what's going on because the music. But someone is telling her something. Excuse me.
Yo, men are so afraid they're gonna get called a pervert at the gym that nobody saw that woman was in trouble.
They didn't help her. She was stuck. Oh, shit.
Okay, so riddle me this. How come some dudes act like it's a federal crime to give a girl a compliment? Like, I got my hair done yesterday, so I called one of my male friends, and he literally brought up everything except my hair. And it's like, you see it. You see it. You see it. Why you act like you don't? And he knew he was tripping. He was like, yeah, I know you want me to say something about your hair, da-da-da. Yes, bozo.
Then
That's
why
why I
don't
called
you
you.
say it?
Say something about my hair. It looks amazing.
When I say attention is like a drug for many women, this is what I mean. There's always...
And it is actually really true. Attention is like a drug. They ask for attention so much that they make these type of videos that I told you are just posing, which has no essence whatsoever. At least she's like calling someone, talking to someone. So that's one way. For me, what I don't understand is these TikToks of women just posing in some ways, and that's the whole content.
Always going to be guys out there who are always going to be around to be in the friend zone. Whether it's because they just want, for whatever reason in their mind, to play the long game. There will always be those guys who are willing to try and wait it out. Wait for that perfect and right time. Hopefully that may or may not ever come where they finally get their shot. Moral of the story is, it is up to you as a grown man to decide who you're going to invest your time into, who you're going to allow to take from you. Because ultimately, at the end of it, money is important, good health is vital, and your time is precious.
That is so true. Anyway, I agree with Charles here because there is nothing wrong in a man complimenting a woman he likes. And if you know that with that woman you are going places and things can happen, there is nothing wrong in doing that. But if you see that she's just using you for your compliments or whatever, and there is no way out of that or nothing to achieve, then you're kind of wasting your time.
Hey guys, questions, comments, and feedback, leave them down below. Always appreciate that. Don't forget, if you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe button to continue enjoying more content. And you already know, until next time.
Why do you have the expectation?
I think now he added this until next time at the start to just let you know about subscribing and liking the video. But every time when he says until next time, it's as if he's saying goodbye to me, but the video just started.
You should get a man that make 500,000. Nobody else got them. Most women, very few women that ever walked the earth got them. So why does Nisa get them?
Cause why not?
What?
Cause who gonna tell me I can't? You? I could get it. Don't never say never. I could.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Women that value family, when women are wanting to be, they want to go out chase their careers. They want to go on vacation.
That's wrong. I want a family, but I also want to be like a VP of a company.
What's wrong with that? If a woman wants to be something in someone and have a name, what is wrong with that? By also having a family. Why you mean you can't be both? Yes, you can be both. There are super women out there who are a VP of a company, whatever VP means, and they have a family and their mothers. Yes, probably they were not as invested into raising their children, but they probably had the money to give their children to someone else to take care of, like a nanny or babysitter. You do have to sacrifice. That's true. And I think it's really sad if you sacrifice the time of your children growing up, because that's like the most precious time, and that it's a time that you never can take back while becoming, I don't know, the head of a company can happen even when you're 50 or 60 if you really dedicate your time and you have the right motives or whatnot. So yeah.
Important to you.
Family, of course, but like I also wish to be very successful with my husband, who's gonna also be very successful, and we're gonna raise our children, and they're gonna have 2 black, very successful ass parents, and we are gonna
I love
live
how
a
she
happy family
precise
life.
black.
I'm gonna handle my career first.
Now, reality can be whatever I want.
Reality.
How shocking.
Whoa.
Another woman who aspires to live a lifestyle where she's a VP, CEO, basically sounds like she's just naming stuff that put her.
To be honest, I don't think we can blame the woman for thinking like that, because this woman, because this is what a lot of movies, romantic movies, and what type of movies in the 90s, early 2000s taught women. We saw successful women who have a career as well as love and romance. They had it all, and they looked like a model. So we got brainwashed. Sorry, bro.
Her in charge. Her husband's
Blame
the
Hollywood.
CEO, VP. Everybody's in charge now. Nobody's an employee. Everybody's in charge. The one thing that the internet and social media has done was skew many people's perception, mainly women, of how difficult it is to actually accomplish things that only very few people can accomplish. Let's look at this real quick. There are only roughly around 38,000, we'll say 40,000 CEOs. 31% are women. Almost about 70%.
The average age of an employed chief executive officer is 52 years old. This is what I want to say. Like, this type of work, it takes a whole lifetime of dedication and work in order to become on top. You know? JJT Hada, thanks so much for subscribing. I appreciate you. So yeah, like, this is nuts. And
are men. That's
31% is only women and 68.5% are men.
Out of a working pool of almost 160 million employees. And the average age is 52.
The U.S. has the highest rate of children living in single-parent households of any nation. About 80% of single-parent homes are led by single mothers. And 23% of children living with one parent and no other adult. The United States is 3 times the world average of 7%. So 23% is U.S., 7% is world average, 90% of all homelessness and runaway children, 63% of teen suicides, 85% of children and teens with behavioral disorders come from fatherless homes. Roughly 70% of teenage pregnancies come from women raised in fatherless homes. These same women have significantly higher abortion rates than women raised by...
This is the problem. This is exactly the problem. And this is the type of thing, if you take the numbers, I'm going to say something here. Like, if you take these numbers and you go into a more conventional country, or more a country that is more following like culture and tradition and religion, and then you calculate all these rates from suicide to fatherless to divorce and stuff like that, and happiness, you can see that we got it wrong, man. We have ideas and thoughts that are not as true and as correct as we think. We need to go deeper and think about it more.
Both a father and a mother. If this one's one of the most interesting stats. If a man and a wife raise a child, they're less likely to end up in jail. But they have the same chance as children raised by just their fathers.
So guys, let me say this. We laugh and joke a lot on this
he
channel.
changed
I
his
try
shirt.
to make you guys laugh. I'll also give you some good information and sharing my thoughts and opinions. And you guys heard me talk prior before my experience of getting on YouTube and you guys being introduced to me. I speak about my fitness background, which lends me to a great amount of experience of understanding, women's mindset, mentality, because the majority of my clients were women and they would tell me everything. But also prior to that, I worked in education. I worked in education for 4 years as a teacher's aide, meaning I worked right underneath the teacher, assisting in lesson plans as well as maintaining classroom
Good for
order.
you.
And
That's
I did this in the inner cities that I grew up in myself. So when I hear these conversations going on, I know because I've seen firsthand the results of what fatherless single mother homes produce. But I spent a majority of my time working with kids at that adolescent age, 5th through 8th grade, and specifically with kids who have what he mentioned, behavior disorders. Now, if you never heard that terminology before, these kids are kids who are placed in special education classes, but not for any type of learning disability or retardation. No, they're placed in those classes because they have behavior issues, simply meaning they don't like to follow directions. They were not taught the correct way to follow directions when they were younger. So now that they are at an age where they are interacting with other kids and other adults, they don't quite grasp and understand the concepts of following orders. So when I hear single moms talk so much about how they don't need no man, about how they can do it on their own, I know I can call BS. I know the effects that it has on a child at a very young age.
I
and
mean,
the fact of the matter,
the child is gonna survive and the child is gonna grow up. It's not like the child is gonna die, okay? But like they have to admit how bad it is for a child to grow up in a divorced or split family. And unfortunately, there are cases where the father or the mother dies, and then you have to raise the child alone or bring someone else as well, like remarry and stuff like that. And I feel like children who grow up like that are also very sensitive and different. But it's different when it's destiny, and it's different when it's a choice, because with choice comes selfishness. With choice comes literally like choice, which is, I don't know how to explain it, but when a child thinks that the father just left by choice or something like that, it adds resentment and disappointment and depression, and it makes you feel like you're the reason. And this is the thing. It's very sad.
is this. Oftentimes when we would try to sit down and have conversations with these single moms on how we could help their kid be better and do better, it was like talking to a wall. And you knew exactly why that kid was behaving and acting like they were from the time you sat down and spoke to that mom.
Now what you gonna do?
What you gonna
Me and
do,
your girl
man?
leaving the hotel room.
Huh?
Roll with me on this, player. First off, thank you. I must thank you. But
What just happened?
second part is, if you're leaving the hotel with my girl, you got that phrase wrong. She was already lost the second she entered the hotel with you. Matter of fact, she was already lost the second y'all planned it. She was already lost the second she thought about it, knowing that that's what she was going to get ready to go and do. She wasn't my girl a long time ago. You proved that. So why would I float like a butterfly and sting like a bee?
You should be thankful.
That's dumb. I've already lost the war. Wow.
I can appreciate everything he's saying, because there's no point of you going out there getting yourself into some type of legal issue or some type of trouble because you fighting over a woman who made conscious choice after choice to go out and deceive you. And now you over here in the streets fighting some guy over this woman who already done showed she don't want to be with you. Nobody forced her to do it. All that man did was help shine a light on something that she was trying to hide in the dark. Roll the next clip.
I read all the books on dating and psychology, and here are the 3 ways to make a man have no choice but to chase after you. Be busy. You gotta fit him in. Never make yourself too available for a man. I don't care if your entire day is free, you're busy. Schedule a week in advance. Please and thank you. Don't be overly impressed by his behavior. You need to act like the nice things he does for you are expected. This is standard. Like, this is standard. If you make it seem like he's doing something spectacular, he's not going to chase you anymore. This one's the most important one. You need to be okay with him walking away at any point. Like, truly, in your core, you have to feel okay with him walking out at any point, because he'll feel that energy. It'll make him go insane and chase you. Trust me. Follow for more.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to stop you there, because it's only one little small problem with your whole plan. It don't make no sense. That whole idea that you're trying to push is predicated on the fact that that man is a desperate man who has no options. And if that man is a desperate man who has no options, chances are I might be going out on a limb with this one, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Too many women don't want him anyway, meaning you don't want him anyway, because women mostly want the guys that other women.
To be honest, there is a bit of truth of what she's saying in a foreplay, in a when you're just meeting a guy and you're like trying to figure out where you're going and what is happening. In these cases, like when you don't even know if it's going to be serious or not, do whatever, like go with the flow, you know. But if you want something serious with a guy and you do this type of behavior, you can basically risk losing that person. First of all, if that person is sane and normal and they don't want to play games and they want something serious, you can really risk losing it. Second of all, you give the idea of selfishness. You give the idea of, I don't care, I'm not impressed easily, it will take you forever to do so, it's gonna be so hard. Either they're gonna like give up at one point because it's really difficult to work things with you, even though you are just pretending, by the way. Or they're gonna play the game fair and square and you're gonna get just half of what you want from that guy, if even, you know. And what's the point? I feel like when you really want someone, you want their whole, like, everything, and it's hard.
Women want.
There's no winning in this
women want that guy. Well, he don't really need to chase after you when he has a smorgasbord of other options who are more appealing and who are making themselves available. Play silly games and win silly prizes. Roll the next clip.
Crazy is the amount of women on this app that get on here and about professions like, oh, I would never date a firefighter, or they come on here and they want their boyfriend or husband to make $200,000 plus a year, be part of that top 1%. I just saw a post where the girl wanted a $200,000 engagement ring, and then on top of that,
what?
You know, he's got to be over 6 foot.
Oh my god, where did they come up with these things, man?
Meanwhile, these are the same women begging for child support, sitting at home on TikTok all day.
Why do you think a man like that would want you?
TikTok could be gone tomorrow.
I don't even think I would be even close to someone like that.
So you guys
wanting
diss
me,
the
like,
men that actually have a trade.
What do you think
and,
of
like,
yourself?
Take care of the family, but y'all ain't out here doing either.
If men were to work in a fast food restaurant, we'd be looked down on. But if a woman does it, they're independent and they're praised for it. If a man is down in the gutter, he's broke, he ain't got a ride right now, he's trying his hardest to save money and do things for himself, he's a bum. But if a woman's broke and she's struggling and she's trying her hardest to do things, she's strong, she's independent, she's brave. If a man's overweight, we're lazy, we don't do shit, we don't like to exercise. But if a woman's overweight, she's praised for her beauty and she's perfect in every single way. If a man was to cheat,
so wrong.
We'd be dogs. We'd be a disgusting person. We'd be nasty. But if women were to cheat, they were brave. They got out of that situation. They have all these reasons to cheat and everybody backs them. If a man don't want to date you and he just wants something casual and go on dates with other people, we're looked at as boys. We're looked at as dogs. But if women do it, they're just trying to find themselves. Do you see the dog?
This is where I'm at in my life right now, besides taking Plan B and every other guy under the sun.
What a great way to start the sentence.
I'm
Why would I
having
even
a really hard time, and
why would I even listen to what you're having a hard time about when that's the first sentence you started shit with? Let me tell you something. That is the problem. That is exactly the problem. I don't need to hear anything else. Go fix that shit first and then talk later.
No, I'm not the only person out here that is trying to figure out, am I good enough to be in a relationship again?
No.
Like, am I comfortable being by myself? Can I be by myself?
No, because you are doing everything that shows that you are not ready to be by yourself. No.
I've been by myself for 2 years. 2 years and some change.
That doesn't count. You just said that you're with every guy, like doing stuff. That's not by yourself. Is that by yourself? By yourself means not engaging emotionally whatsoever with any man. And I'm sorry, if you're a woman, even if it's just sex, there is still emotions in it because you're a woman.
I've talked to people here and now, but nothing really serious. And I'm really trying to decide right now. Like, I feel like I would like to be in a relationship. And I don't think I'm desperate. I don't feel lonely. I just would like to share my life with someone and to be close with someone like that again.
Yeah, miss. I'm gonna just help you out. Stay for the streets. That's it. Just stay for the streets.
Okay, that's
You
too
just said
hard.
it right there. You just been sleeping around with every.
Yeah, but you don't have Charles to say it like that. Like, she still can, like, wake up one day and decide to change her life. Like, you cannot doom someone for the choices that they made years back or whatever. You know, like, they can wake up and make the right choice and give a second chance to yourself and to your life, as long as you're
Harry
alive.
for the past whatever years. Just remain for the streets.
You must
That's
have read
all.
Bunny's
Don't go with nobody. Don't be with nobody because you're not gonna know how to be in a relationship. Soon as things start going a little bit sideways, you're gonna be ready to dip off and run. You done let too many dudes run up all in you. Just stay for the streets and let the streets flourish and enjoy you.
No,
like you've already
don't
done.
say that.
Anyway, guys, give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video.
Charles.
As always, leave your questions,
I guess that's what guys think when a woman says stuff like that. Maybe I was just too nice. But honestly, like, if you start your sentence like that, what do you expect? Like, this is exactly the problem. And you know you're not ready for a serious relationship and marriage when you're just giving yourself away everywhere. You're just living on that energy, and that energy is not the energy that will attract serious men. That's all. He didn't say it. He didn't say it. And look, you guys, this is literally what was going on in my chat. Let me show you. Can you see it? This is what was going on in my chat. They were literally predicting if Charles is gonna say the destroy dismantle bits, because every time he says it, I always comment and I say, please stop saying it. It hurts my own guts, bro. And I think he stopped. That's great. I honestly wish I can find the comment in one of the previous videos that I made. Maybe I can remember the thumbnail of the video. I think it was this one. Will I be able to find my comment? Is there like sourced by? No, not really. Yeah, I don't think so. I wish there's sourced by you commenting or something like that on YouTube. Crazy. You didn't say it.